Yeah, it was a weird. I forgot it because the thing is, it's weird sometimes. Because sometimes like it'll do it automatically, like OBS will do it for me, but sometimes it just won't, which is it's like a bruh. All right. Okay.
It's weird. I don't like the new YouTube streaming stuff.
Yeah, me
The
neither.
little chat box is gone. Is not there.
Oh right, I gotta refresh it. Another thing I have to do every stream.
Just keep a little checklist with you.
Yeah, I should probably do that in the future. Okay, so Papa Chat, grab the link, and then go to here. We are totally professional people. All right, there we go. Now they can see. All right. Okay, so I guess we will begin now. Welcome everyone. It is Jack TP once again, and I'm joined by Candy the puppy, and no Claire this time, unfortunately. She is not feeling well today, so we're gonna have to go without her, unfortunately. But we do have a special guest today. We have Mr. AndyBTTF who is joining us today.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah.
So how do y'all want to know what been going on down in the hillbilly section area of the world?
Oh god.
Yeah. You know, the true story, just like about an hour ago, my family was like, hey, you need to come out and build us a chicken coop. And I was like, no, man, I don't want to build a chicken coop. And they was like, yeah, man.
Don't you already have one?
Yeah, the last one flooded because there's a bunch of rain and stuff. So now we have to build a chicken coop.
Okay.
And that's the end of the story. Bye.
Noodle, that's a no. Anywho, so yeah, that was a random story.
Yes.
What a way to start off the stream. Anyways, so anywho, so today's topic, we are going to be discussing a topic that's a topic. Yes, we are going to be discussing
topic ever known to mankind.
Yes.
The one that can change the history of the universe.
Or we
Maybe
could
not that.
or we could just spend an hour of our lives talking about nothing.
Memes.
Yes. So what we're going to be talking about is, as it says in the title, could Monster School be good? We're mostly using that for clickbait. But really, what we're going to be talking about, what if we had to choose a trend, from the Minecraft animation community that's considered cringy, like FNAF animations or Monster School or the Life animations, how would we go about our own way of making it good? So we'll just talk about that for a bit, and then we'll just go about randomness, just like we usually do.
You can continue.
No. I'm pretty much done talking. Let's just begin.
Oh, okay.
Let's just get into it.
I was just gonna say that I actually do that quite often. I like to take commonly used things and then just add my own little twist to it. So
Yeah.
I guess it'd be pretty much the same for animation. I guess Monster School, but then just have like a deep meaning or something like that, and they end up doing way more than just actual school or something.
Bro, just do a Monster School animation, but it involves actual school stuff.
It actually teaches about
like add actual school stuff. Like.
I think the main issue with Monster School, and maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe the people making them are actually like super young, but Monster School seems to have not any like passion behind it, just give me views, give me money, and I feel like that's the main issue.
Yeah, but, like there are definitely some animators out there that like have a level of quality, but the majority that I see, at least, you can just look at it and tell that they don't care.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, that there's not a lot of passion when it comes to it, and that just inevitably leads into bad quality, and it doesn't give a good look.
Yeah, it's kind of makes us all look bad, because like...
And it gives a bad rep because those videos get such high numbers of views, and it gives the entire community a bad rep.
Yeah,
Because that's
especially
what
when
the animation's looking for. But then you look at like EM or ZAM, and it's like, oh, there's good quality. What?
yeah,
There's such
exactly.
thing as good videos? What?
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
But it just seems like there's just a huge range of like the really bad Monster School ones and then the really good ones that show up like for almost anyone that are like seriously movie quality. And then but then nobody even really knows about the in between, the ones that just the middle class. No, it's a
Yeah.
very small middle class.
Well, generally in Monster
Middle
School,
class.
there's two categories: decent and then just don't watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the ones that.
I mean, I haven't
goal is to
personally
make more
seen.
jokes.
Yeah. It depends where their audience is.
Yeah.
I personally haven't really seen any relatively good Monster School looking animations. I've just seen all Minimator. And Minimator is generalizing. There's definitely good Minimator animations, but I've
Wait, you
only
haven't
like,
seen
bad
Mr. Fudge
Minimator.
Monkeys? You haven't seen
Okay.
Mr. Fudge
No,
Monkeys
I don't
monsters?
think so.
But Mr. Fudge Monkey uses Cinema 4D, so.
No, he uses Blender.
Wait, I thought he used Cinema 4D.
Have you not
Still Monster
have you not
School.
seen his behind the scenes?
No,
He uses
I don't.
Blender.
I don't watch Mr. Fudge Monkey. That's like
How
the
dare
one. That's the one Minecraft animator I just don't watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really seen any of his stuff. All I know is that he made villagers that make partners.
Annoying villagers. Annoying villagers. Yeah. I've just figured out that Monster School still works. Why? Well, I mean, how does FNAF still work? Because trends.
Because FNAF is just that one franchise that for some reason never dies out.
Because Scott just keeps flipping the lore and just messes everybody up.
Like, man, here we go again.
And then Game Fury makes another video, and then the whole thing just becomes relevant again.
Yeah. FNAF is one of those things where it just will never die off because there's so much content that you can put into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least there's so much, like, more content that you can put into it. Because you can continue to reuse the same characters, but Scott does it in such a way that it can be, like, remixed, almost. It's different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, FNAF 4 and, like, FNAF 1 are basically the same game, right?
Yeah.
But it's just the different gameplay elements that FNAF 4 adds and different characters that it makes it better. Well, not better, but you know what I mean. Different.
Personally, like, from a lore perspective, if we're going to go talk about lore, since that's literally the only thing that's keeping FNAF alive at this point, aside from the YouTubers.
And, like, the epic, like, the characters or something, I guess.
Yeah, the fan fiction. The only... in my opinion, lore-wise, I think the lore was good up until FNAF 4. Because it was that point when it was clear that Scott did not plan the lore out.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't plan it, but what he did afterwards made up for it. Like, I don't really count anything before FNAF, like, 3 as, like, anything canon. So, like, I honestly think the opposite. I think the lore's better since FNAF 3 and 4. Because then he kind of started to form a story in his head.
Yeah,
he was doing. He just made a thing to make a thing, you know?
Yeah, it was definitely better as time went on.
Yeah.
Like, he started
Kind of like
more interesting than it could have been.
Started to clean up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, like, honestly, you know, I don't know if, like, I'm not so sure about this. I could be 100% wrong about this, but there is one FNAF game that barely anybody even animates, and I find it incredibly odd.
What is it, FNAF 4? 3?
A lot. There's been a few people that have animated 4, but no one's really animated 3 for some reason.
What about the one that's like, isn't there like a spin-off game or something where like supposedly someone is just playing a game and they're like ghosts in the game and they're trying to get out or something?
Do you mean FNAF World?
Yeah, I only heard about it from my game theory thing, but I was like, what if someone made? Oh yeah, I figured it was. I just wasn't sure. But yeah, I was just like, what if someone made an animation out of that? I don't know how someone would do that though.
Yeah, I don't know if FNAF World fits with that.
Yeah,
but I'm sure someone who was.
It'd probably be a lot like a Doki Doki thing or something.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure if someone was clever enough, they can make it original.
Yeah, they could.
That's something I've noticed also with the FNAF animation community is that everything's really recycled. It's kind of getting boring.
Yeah, that's why there's so many like
synced to each other.
Yeah, there's like that's why there's so many memes of like the same scenes for different FNAF animations just over and over again.
Yeah.
Like the same elevator scene.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like, that's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I know
it's a little specific, but like there's like more obvious examples, like the character designs, like how they designed Circus Baby every time.
Yeah, everybody does Circus Baby the same way.
Yeah,
or at least like
yeah.
until the leaders change it and make it something different, then everyone else adapts it and makes it something different.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like they're not exactly basing it off the game itself. They're just basing it off the other animations.
Yeah, and that's something that frustrates me.
Yeah. Aside from that, another trend that I see could have, I don't know where you could have potential for it, but there might be. I thought this podcast was about Monster School, not FNAF animation. We fooled you.
You fool! You have fallen into our trap. Oh no.
You fool! You fool! You fell for one of the classic blunders.
Yeah. Blunder. No.
Clickbait. I'm suing. But yeah, there's one other like random trend that exists. I think the main proponent to this may have been Cryptonics, but like it's the life animation style, like those kind of animations. Like it's like wolf life, pig life, something like that. Yeah. But like that's the one trend where I don't know if there's even a way to make it decent.
There definitely is. I always think like, or at least my whole belief behind like content is that there's always a way that you can make it better. And I feel like there's a point where you would just adapt that style so much and like change it so much, like it wouldn't even really even fit. It wouldn't really fit under the term like wolf life or whatever. It would just be, oh hey look, it's a story about a wolf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you if you want to make it good, you would have to fall out of the style completely in order for it to fit. Which is why something like Animation Life doesn't really fit, because it's not technically one of the life animations. It's kind of its own original thing, just with Animation Life in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then that kind of goes on to another topic of just using titles or using words in the titles that don't really fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how would you make this where there's a... Okay, that's an interesting suggestion. How you would make it... This is from Down the Crusader, by the way. He's suggesting make it to where he said Nadevil, but I'm assuming he's trying to say medieval time, but have things like FNAF, Slendy, stuff like that. That, I don't know.
Or the kind of thing where it's like a fantasy world, but it has like sci-fi elements to it.
What I would do for something like what Donnie's thinking is maybe do something like a Lego Dimension style story where there's the different dimensions thing, but to be fair, it's hard to write a decent story for that. I've seen a few attempts at it, and I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's difficult for something like that to actually be executed properly.
Yeah, because of course you have the different fan bases who have their own like established lore, and like you'll always have the toxic fans that'll always criticize you for messing up the lore, and when you try to like mesh lores together in a way, it just won't even make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Unless if you put a lot of effort into the writing.
Yeah.
Half-Baked Animation said, adding dimensions to something is just saying, what if we took a story and destroyed it? You're
not wrong. But again, I still believe that there's always a way that you can execute an idea properly and make it very, very good.
Yeah, exactly.
There's definitely a way to do it.
Yeah, the thing with that is you have to put time into it. You have to put time and effort into it, which, yeah.
A lot of people don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, which is kind of sad. So, yeah. Let's see. But, what exactly is the schedule here for the ISA podcast? We're going to try to shoot for every weekend, but you never know, something might happen. We do have another podcast. We do have another podcast episode planned like next week, and we do have another guest for that. So yeah.
Let's just say that this is a makeup for not having one on December.
Exactly. We're really making up for that. We did nothing that month. I mean, it was the holidays, but still.
At least we had some good vacationing. I don't know.
So.
I like the best day.
Yeah. So. Anywho. Oh yeah, this is where I. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it's so nice. Cyberbullying!
So,
Cyberbullying!
oh, speaking of that. Hey guys, speaking of which, I'm plug.
What?
Plug. Oh yeah, watch trailer for yeah. Trailer for new animation came out today. Yeah. Check it out. This is the only. Oh yeah, and also check out Andy's. That'll be coming out soon too. So. Yep. Vutrix, I plan to release this animation sometime the next week. I'm literally almost done with animating this last scene. I just have to do facial animation, and then I'll just have to do the lighting and VFX on the rest, and then I'm done. So yeah, progress will be made.
Yeah. And I have done progress too. Yay!
Let's see. How long has this animation taken, Jack? I've been working on it for 4 months now, I think. 4 or 5, something like that. It's taken me a while. I'm going to try to not take as long with my next one, because like I heavily procrastinated.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Andy and Isaiah are both doing animations of the same song. It's kind of a funny coincidence if you think about it. Well, there's a story behind that. I was working on Doki Doki Forever like much longer ago, but I scrapped it. And then I was wanting to go back to it at some point, but I was procrastinating and doing other stuff. So yeah. But then Andy put on his website, hey, one of our next projects is Doki Doki Forever, and I'm like, okay, why not?
Why not
basically Andy
was competition.
Basically I did allow me to borrow that inspiration, and I just went back to work on it. So yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
Epic.
This is a call for Minecraft War. Oh,
Against who? Fortnite?
No, Animation War. Okay, I'm just... I had to DM somebody that. I had to DM somebody... Okay, there's a joke here. One of my buddies who does animation stuff, he was making an animation called Animation War, and like... We made it. He canceled it, so we always have this joke where we keep asking him, "Hey, where's Animation War?" It's like how people keep asking me, "Where's Mika Part 3?"
Left Behind.
Oh yeah.
Still like low-key want to do that. It might happen, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's fun. Speaking of which, where is it? I don't know. I can't say anything right now.
And the actors blasted off into space, so...
No, I had
They blasted off into space to go record a Diamond Creeper in space.
No, I was just lazy. Like,
I think I'm gonna keep on bringing up Diamond Creeper in space until
you
you
are
finally
going to
animate
keep
it.
bringing it up to me.
I think so.
Like, it's gonna.
I think
I'm gonna
I
never. You're gonna keep bringing it up to me, and I'll never make it. Like, period.
like how everyone's talking to you about Mika Part 3 for me. It's just
Like,
Diamond Creeper in
imagine
space.
if I actually just make Mika Part free, just for memes. Like, I actually try to do it.
Like,
I'm gonna keep saying that,
like,
like, say I might do it, but then never do it.
oh wait,
It's just
like,
gonna come out one day and everyone's gonna be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
it's like you go silent for like a month or so straight, and everyone's like, what happened? And then all of a sudden Mika Part 3 comes out, and everyone's like, what? So.
Yeah. I did something like that on April Fool's Day, where I released this video called Mika Part Free, but it was just, it was a troll video, mostly because I wanted to kill the meme.
I don't think you would kill the meme just by.
But it failed. I did not kill the meme at all. In fact, I only skyrocketed it even more.
Yeah, whenever you do something like that, you're not gonna end up killing the meme.
Yeah, no matter what happens, people are always gonna be asking me, "Where's Mika Part Free?" Until I actually do it, which I don't know if I even will. Yeah.
It's like everyone asking me for Mine Everything too.
Oh yeah, Mine Everything too.
Now, if that video did well, it probably. Well, the thing is, not many people enjoyed it. I'm assuming because it doesn't have many views. So.
Yeah, which kind of is sad.
Bruh. So I would rather work.
Hey, called. Where's congratulations? That's what I'm wondering.
You animating congratulations.
Called was animating congratulations, but I think he may have canceled that. So I keep asking him. Where's congratulations? Called. I'll make a deal with you. If you animate congratulations, I'll animate Mika Part Free.
Anyway, back onto the monster school topic.
Oh yeah.
How could someone actually make that
What simple answer.
Write
Animated
a
doing it.
script.
Yeah, write a script. And of course, animate actual school stuff. Don't do bottle flip challenge. Just no. And don't do
I mean, it depends.
inappropriate.
If that somehow can like be executed into a good story, then bottle flip challenge it is. But like,
I mean, you could, but like the way it was
the
executed
bottle
was just
flip
doing
thing
it.
is
Doing it
specifically for views. Yeah, and that's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a long time ago, I actually, back whenever I had like Minimator, and I used that, I was thinking of making a monster school kind of video, but like I didn't even know about the trends very much back then, so I was like, oh, I could actually teach people school stuff. Because, you know, my parents would be like, yay, you're making videos for entertainment, so... I know if someone actually did make Monster School, but it was entertaining, I wonder what would happen from that. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
People would probably just be like, ew.
You could probably turn it into like a kids series.
Yeah, I
similar
could
to-
see it.
Oh yeah, that'd be like a cute little kid series.
But to be fair, the majority of people that watch Monster School animations are kids, so hey, yeet.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
I mean,
You make it and then it like goes out on like the Prime thing.
the majority
whatever.
audience will probably be kids who watch Monster School animations, because...
It ends up on Netflix.
Yeah, because there's no story. I can't imagine people actually enjoy animation. Yeah, Monster School.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Futuristic Hub's content. Unless if he just view bots' channel.
I haven't really watched any of the Futuristic Hub content, so I could not
Good.
say.
That's good. Keep it that way.
Alright.
Like, I normally don't try to attack specific people, but Futuristic
I mean, if he's
Hub,
doing what he likes doing, then the power to him. That's chill.
dude, if you know what he used to do, you would probably regret saying that.
I
He's-
haven't seen his content. So.
He used to make NSFW animations before he just did trends poorly.
Gotcha.
That's
Power to him. Good job. No.
Oh yeah,
Sadly, there's always going to be that in this community, which is kind of not respectable.
Yeah.
And that's why the community gets a bad rep.
Yeah. Called a Doki Doki animations are too overdone.
Just wait till you see Doki Doki Forever by Cubicle. Then you will regret saying that.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke to call it a like.
I thought Called said that, and I was like, bro.
No. He was saying FNAF animations are bad, and then I countered him with DDLC because he's doing a DDLC animation too. I was just messing with him.
Oh, gotcha.
This is where I would rant about other Minecraft animations like Minecraft intros, but we already covered that in the first podcast.
Whoa, Minecraft intros. The ones that are like half as that just make up half.
They're literally all just like dubstep,
video.
Ender Pearl combo stuff.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is.
And it's just sad whenever they're actually more entertaining than the actual video.
Yeah, that's the
They're
sad
all
thing
the
about
same,
them.
and that's why I don't like them.
Yeah. Donut, I swear, if you keep asking me to play Five Nights in Anime, I will actually mute you.
You say you were gonna need him?
Like, I will mute him. Mute.
Oh, okay.
No.
And I was like, what?
Let me rotate my mic so that it'll actually be clear, because it's
Just like
turned away from me. Okay. I think that may be a little better.
Wow, your voice sounds different now.
Hey, totally.
Hey.
Bro, Natsuki's hair high-key kind of hard to make.
Agreed. Just the hairstyle in general for the characters are complicated.
Yeah, especially in Minecraft. It's like,
Yeah.
gotta simplify such advanced looking hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my brother is trying to make it his goal to like interrupt the podcast at some point because he keeps on asking me, "What would you do if I suddenly jumped in your room and said "ee" or something like that?" I said, I would ignore you, and he said, "Stop, no, and I need to be." He just like, so you would ignore me? Yes.
I mean, what are you gonna do? So yeah.
Wait, is he watching? I think he just DM'd me and said, "What? No?" And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Monster School is the equivalent of YouTube Kids. I mean, not wrong. The majority
See, the thing that really frustrates me is when they do that type of content, but they make it like super suggestive.
Yeah,
That's, like,
which is
you're clearly aiming your content towards kids.
It's like
And then you're adding that on top of it. That's like it's like the Spider-Man and Elsa stuff.
Yeah, it's the
That's
Minecraft
like,
equivalent of that. So yeah.
And that's like I understand like Drawn to the Bitter is like very like pushing the boundaries of like just Minecraft animations in general.
But it has
and
a purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's based off of a game that's rated for teens, and then also there's warnings all over the video saying don't watch it if you're just like for a moment, you know.
And besides, it's part of the plot. Like, it's not just randomly put in there because shock value,
exactly.
which is the big difference.
Like, I think the thing that because it's not the same thing as like the same way like mature with quotes content that Monster School's doing, you know.
Yeah, because it's not really mature.
It's just suggestive that shouldn't be on kids type of content. But that's the thing, Drawn to the Bitter's not for kids, so.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's honestly the.
There's Doki Doki, so.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if like, I think the majority of like people that actually know about Doki Doki will probably know to stay away from that, except for kids.
Yeah. At least that's like I think Doki Doki's the first video that I'm putting a warning at the beginning because it's got like flashing lights at certain parts.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to put a warning on mine too.
I swear every single Minecraft animation ever has that now because they're like
mine won't be a seizure warning, it'll just be a content disclosure like saying, hey, this contains self-harm, so please.
Doki Doki's
because Doki Doki is based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's my response to Kappa. Yes, I'm ignoring the thing in the chat that says quit talking about it before we start talking about Kappa. Pretty good.
Kappa is stupid, but we should talk about Kappa.
We should totally talk about it, even though it did pretty much not much of anything really. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody overreacted with it. Their main push
Yeah,
with Kappa was to get rid of kids content. The thing is, nobody here makes kids content.
Yeah.
Now, like, Ryan's toy reviews makes kids content. Johnny Yes Pop, that is kids content.
Yeah.
Down to the Bitter, It's Me, Clear, all those type of videos. The skeleton rap, all those are not for kids.
Exactly.
Because they're up for a general audience. Rated G is different than
being directed towards kids. Like, it's all about what you're directing the audience towards.
Like, I can't control if a 9-year-old comes across my video and watches the video. I'm not aiming my content towards them. I'm aiming it to people above 13. Obviously, as you can tell by the content that I make.
Exactly. It's the same thing for, I bet a lot of us, really.
Yeah, for basically everyone in this community. Now, Monster School can't really be argued that way, because, look at it. It's badly animated, and it's...
Exactly. So, I really think that, now that I think about it, if they're not careful, then there's a high possibility that Monster School channels could get targeted.
Yeah, and they probably have.
Probably. Like, I don't really know any specific names, because there are so many channels that do it, so... But I bet in the future that there's probably going to be at least one animator that'll get caught under the Kappa stuff.
Oh,
so
likely more. Are you talking about Monster School animators? Or...
Yeah, Monster School animators.
Yeah. So many of them just live stream 24/7 and monetize the live streams.
It's triggering. Like, good grief. And I could probably guarantee you they don't even make those videos. They probably just steal them from other animators.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Luckily, all those top 5 animation things have pretty much been gone now. But, oh my god, those used to be horrible.
Yeah, they would just take animations and just, like, re-upload them, and it would just be...
Yeah, but just having
during, like, what was it, 2016 or something? Like, that was horrible. Now they just make bad animations and re-upload them. But at least when I Google Minecraft animations now, I'm not hit with like a million top 10 lists. I'm hit with somewhat decent content. Like Black Plasma, I know has a good rep.
Yeah.
Slamicow is still number 5 after 5 years. Like, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Or at least for me. Element is like 10 down. So like still decent content.
Yeah.
But still a lot of
just
like Minimator level.
What someone should do.
When I say Minimator level, that's just a generalization. Minimator is decent when people use it properly. But it's very restrictive stuff.
Exactly.
And that's the reality of it. Sorry, no.
Sorry. But like, what people should do with those kind of videos, the top 5, because I can see the appeal of that. You like to share what you liked about certain animations, and also kind of use that. But the best way to do that would be kind of like what the people for like actual movies and stuff do, where they just kind of, where they it's basically just like them talking and pointing out all the positives and stuff about
give a review.
And then just have and then just kind of having little clips from the animation, but not the entire thing, just a few little things here and there. And if anything, you'd be advertising for it.
Yeah, that's something. Typically, I won't get mad with like a reaction channel as long as they're actually adding something creative to the video. Like, that's why, like, for example, like Vapor the Gamer, he always like adds his own opinion on the videos.
Yeah.
Especially at the end, he always like kind of just gives an entire like synopsis of the video and like explains what he liked and disliked about it.
Yeah,
and that's like respectable because he's not just stealing the content to get views.
Yeah, which is good, which is commendable about some reaction channels. Like, I've definitely seen like some reaction channels that are not enjoyable at all to watch, and then there are some good reaction channels like Vapor the Gamer, and there are tons more out there that yeah.
Like,
so
I can't remember the guy's name. I've talked to him before. He's the Russian guy. His name just passes me by right now. I can't remember. Like, his content's good too. I enjoy his reactions, and I'll comment on them and say thanks.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name off my head.
And I mean, one of the biggest, like, I mean Etika, back when he was a thing, he was a reaction person. Like, that was his content. He reacted to stuff, gave his opinion, and his reactions were what made it fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, I never really watched Etika.
Yeah. He was actually a very good reactionist. He was my favorite to watch.
I heard he was funny,
yeah. If you ever just Google, like, Etika Smash Bros. Reactions, you'll find probably some of the best genuine reactions on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him in a lot of memes.
Yeah.
Like like Sans reactions and stuff when Delta was out and stuff.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, where are we going now?
That is a good question. What do we talk about?
You guys see the CG5 Baby Yoda song?
No, I didn't.
No? High key, pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
I didn't watch the Baby Yoda because I was like, oh, that's just someone cashing in on Baby Yoda memes.
But see, the thing is, it's high quality, so I don't care. At least that's my
At least CG5 tries to actually put effort and try to produce good songs. Yeah. That's the difference.
Ah, okay.
See, he could be like, well, I don't even know. I can't give an example, but he could just take the topic and make a horrible song just for views. But
exactly.
Have you guys seen Mandalorian? I haven't seen it yet.
I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
I've seen all of it.
Yeah. Apparently, it's funny because you commented on the video, Andy. The absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, I have like one of the most like comments, don't I?
Yeah, you were like the biggest comment on the re-edit.
Yeah.
Which is blame TikTok.
Biggest second to Charlie's pinned comment.
Yeah.
I capitalized spotlight on purpose because spotlight, haha.
It's funny because like, it's interesting how like TikTok just randomly selects songs to turn into memes.
Yeah.
Like
I never expected absolutely anything to just blow up like that. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, it was the most random thing, but I mean, I'm not against it. It's a good song. So.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with how they removed everything bendy out of it. I think it would have been cool if they worked with the bendy people and made like a bendy style music video that was like really high production. Like that could have been really, really cool. But they just went super mainstream with it instead.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, the meme...
Like, I understand why, but they should have just like used those characters and told a story within the music video, you know? Like, they could have switched it around so it wasn't specifically Chapter 3, and they could have just told a story using Alice Angel and like Ink Bendy or something, and like made it like a really high production quality music video, and that would have done really well. But instead they just went like super mainstream with it.
Or they could have asked...
Which can be good and bad, but I understand why, but it removes a lot of the charm and like the originality of the original.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it blew up and it was just like a bendy song, like that's something. That's cool.
Yeah. Or they could have just hired Cubicle to make a new video for it.
I think we still do have the biggest viewed version of that song.
I think you do, still. Let me do a double check, actually.
I was gonna remake it, but stuff came up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you, from what I can see, still have the largest viewed version.
Yeah, I think so. I wish, because I ended up rushing that video a lot.
Yeah.
Because I needed to get it out in time.
Yeah.
So, like, part of me wishes I didn't, but I don't know. That video took so long. Well, actually, no, it didn't. It took like a month because I took a break in July, and then I worked on this towards the end of July and through August, and I wanted to get it out by the end of August. Like, I'm still really surprised with how fast I used to be able to keep videos on. I don't even know how that's like a month for a video. Like, Basics and Behavior took like a month and a half, if that. Like, that's so fast.
Yeah, and it was actually
one of your... just because I didn't...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was actually like, and what's funny is that I actually consider that a really good video, like a massive leap in production value compared to absolutely anything. So it makes it even more impressive.
Thanks. Like, that's something, like, not to talk highly of myself or anything, but like, I did a Baldi video, and like 50% of that, the reasoning behind it was because I knew it was going to perform well.
Yeah.
The other 50% was because I knew I was going to be able to grow Cubicle faster if I did that video. So yeah, I cashed out on Baldi, but the thing is, it's still a very high production quality Baldi video. Like, if I specifically wanted the cash for it, I would have just spent a week on the video, horribly animated it, but the thing is, I didn't. I still had passion behind making a good music video, you know?
Yeah. Which is the great thing about the animation community. It's great to know that there are people that are willing to that are okay with following trends, but are willing to put effort and try to add their own little twist to it to make the animation good. So, which is what's great. There's always at least one person in any community that's willing to go the extra mile to do something awesome.
Yeah, well, typically more than one.
But... yeah, but there's always at least one or more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So when I asked for a reaction to their animation, do we do reactions at these?
I was thinking of doing reactions, but I think
it turned into like a Sharp Wind thing where he's got like literally millions of people just begging him to react to this stuff. And most of them were just memes. So.
Yeah. So. But yeah, if I were to do a reaction stream, it would be like a stream where we would have no guests, and like we would just chat about recent animations and like give a review on it. Like we wouldn't just watch animations and just clown around. We would actually like go in and try to give an actual general review of the animation, like what we thought about it. And honestly, that would be an interesting podcast.
I think Resolve did one of those where he actually like opened up a sync sketch and started like critiquing the thing, and that's like really cool.
Yeah, like sync sketch is really great for critiquing animations, and now that you mention that, I would actually use something like that if we did something like that. Because what's great about it is we could have people in the we could have Candy and Claire just open it up in sync sketch, and we all could just give our own review on it, and we can all go back on it and give our own take on it instead of just me doing all the edits. Yeah. So, which it honestly would make it pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're giving us ideas, people. Thank you.
Thank you for the free ideas.
Yes. Let's see. Whew. So we've been going for about okay.
I'm still working on Natsuki's hair, and I've been doing it this entire podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've just been checking in and out, and you're just like still working on the hair.
It is so hard to do these like pigtails.
Yeah, it's just that particular style of hair you're doing, like where you have to manually deform it. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I don't want handlebars for hair, you know. So.
Yeah, and I mean.
But you know, it's.
But it does make it look really good, and honestly, it gives it like a nice high production value.
Yeah, that's something I'm really trying to do with Doki Doki, is get it to look as professionally made as I can.
Yeah.
Because I want to move in that direction of like really high quality looking stuff. You know?
Yeah, especially since you have like a massive team now.
Yeah.
Sure. Speaking of team, to change subject, apparently me and Candy will probably be more like, you know, more, how should I say it?
Doing our own things kind of thing?
No, not really, but like I was going to talk about like how Songs of War, like how they're stopping to post animations every 2 weeks. They're taking a break from it so that they could get more videos ready, and then they're going to go with a weekly thing.
We could just like quickly rush to finish our animations in the break time, and then just advertise like
just steal all of BTS's views.
Yeah.
We make Worlds Apart free first, and then we just post it, and then we say, hey, here's Make Apart free. Everyone follows us, and then Sam is like, wait, what?
He's plotting. Be careful, BTS.
Yes.
I mean. But that could backfire, and Worlds Apart will get double the views. I mean, that happened with Echo Coaster and Enchanted Mob with Build Our Machine.
Did it?
Like Echo Coaster did Build Our Machine first, and like I can remember Enchanted Mob even like Seth even going into Echo Coaster server, and they had a whole discussion about it, like how Echo Coaster keeps stealing Enchanted Mob's video ideas. But what was funny about that was when Enchanted Mob releases his Build Our Machine, it was like it did really, really well. It's like, let me get the videos up. Okay, so the original one had 4 million views. His updated one had 8 million. but then Enchanted Mobs has 90 million. So
that video did so well.
Which is crazy, because what's funny about that is the original Build Our Machine video from DA Games has 105 million. So Enchanted Mobs is literally 15 million views less than the original song. So that's what makes this
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
when EM produces like really good content, it's like it just blows up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's Me did really well as well.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes me kind of glad that at least a big production team like Enchanted Mob and Cubicle are able to produce really high quality videos, and even though they're not like daily or once a week, they can still get a decent view count.
Yeah. And that's the reason we have to make like FNAF and stuff, is because if we're willing, if we're going to make such high, that's really talking highly, but if we're going to spend so much time and put so much money into the videos to make them high quality, or as high of a quality we can, then we have to do it over a topic that we know is going to return the investment, right? Because if not, then
which is
epic.
Which is kind of like where I have to point this out. Going back to BPS, it's Songs of War. Like, it's a good series, but like the view count is not working out for them, and it's pretty clear why. It's like,
why is that?
Original Minecraft content just doesn't get as many views anymore as it used to.
Oh, wait, what? I thought that all their content was original.
Yeah, they are, except for the Hypixel stuff, of course, because minigames. But still, it's kind of original. But like,
oh, gotcha. Is that why it gets views? Is because it's Hypixel minigames?
Yeah, that's how they built their channel at first. Like with their Minecraft content, they started animating Hypixel minigames for like years, and then they transitioned into original content, which probably is what's killing their channel.
Yeah, I like the original content. I don't like the mini games kind of stuff, but I guess apparently not very many other people do that. So I always look around for like the more original series, and
their subs are jumping up really high though. Like, this is the most subs they've like ever gotten.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Is it because it's original?
Maybe.
Probably.
But what's funny is that like,
see, I don't. Because then you can look at it and think, like, that's just going to help them in the long run because they're building up their brand. Sure, they're not going to get as many views right off the bat, but if they're getting so many subs, like 220,000 subs in December,
which is
working out, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's proving
like,
that
a really dedicated fan base, and they kind of just got to push through with that. I'm assuming that's probably what EM's going to do as well, because Shadows, I believe, is original. Is what they said on Twitter.
Yeah. So it's interesting, like how you mentioned that, because it really shows something that Songs of War is very well establishing BPS in the community, because even though it's not making them a lot of money, it's building an audience for them anyway, because more people are subscribing to them, which means more people are willing to watch their content. So.
Wait, how do you mean Songs of War isn't doing that good?
Like to Arbiter
like
standards,
they're getting like
least.
at least like gotcha. Like the first episode got 3.5 mil, the second one got 2.
Yeah.
1.2. Yeah, they're 10 minutes long, so that kind of kills.
Yeah, like.
Do you have any idea like how high budget they are, or are they not public with that?
They aren't really that public with that, but like.
Because
I'm trying to remember how much money they have to pay. They have to pay their animators, of course.
Like around $60 per scene and stuff.
I don't.
I mean, I can't imagine it's like that expensive, because I mean,
depending on the scene,
their production quality isn't crazy high, and it's because their stuff is so long.
Yeah.
So at least it balances itself.
Yeah. I think what Arbiter said, he said this in Discord once. I'm not sure if this is 100% correct anymore or not, but like, Arbiter said that in order for him to be able to have the budget to work on the next season, to do like what he's doing, he would need at least 3 million views per episode, which kind of weird.
I mean, is he taking into account the fact that they're 10 minutes long? Because then he's saying like it's like $3,000 to make one video. And that's like how YouTube translates.
Probably.
But then they're 10 minutes long. Does he have mid-rolls running through? I have premium. I can't.
I don't know. You know what? I'll double check on that. I'll just pull up an incognito window.
If he's not using mid-rolls, then he needs to use mid-rolls, and then he'll be able to.
Yeah, he said that on the live stream with I don't remember who. With like Rainimator and the slime guy. I forgot his name.
Rainimator and Team WNJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I first heard about that, I was like, who's that?
Wait, I don't see any mid-roll ads on here, period. Oh, wait, there is like a 1 or 2 mid-roll ads.
He should have more. He should have like 3.
Like, he
And
could
it's
put
not
them
so
in,
much
like...
because they're making a gameplay and they want money. It's because they're making animations, and animations are expensive, so it's balanced.
Yeah.
How much, is their Patreon really successful?
It's...
They don't have money from it.
Let me...
It sure seems like it.
Let me actually look.
Guys, I'm an actual patron. I think it's pretty good. Just like right
So
now, they're...
so they turned off the fact that how much money they're making right now, but it does say they have like 133 patrons. And if I do a head count on the BPS server, I can just go by Obsidian patrons and how much money they're making a month.
What are Obsidian patrons?
It's like their ranks for patrons. Like their highest rank is Obsidian, and that's $100 a month. Which, first off, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And like they surprisingly have a bunch of Obsidian patrons. Like I think that's the only reason their channel is still going so well. Currently there's one.
Yeah, like that's.
Shout out to all the Obsidian patrons.
There's like 8 Obsidian patrons online right now. So
Yeah.
that's $800 a month just from that group of people.
That's crazy! Wow.
Yeah.
I was wanting to grow the cubicle thing, but I just think I need to brand it better.
Yeah.
Also, did you guys see the Songs of War bloopers thing? I think that's gonna help them get a lot more views because now the memes are gonna be more popular and everyone's gonna be talking about them and stuff, which you know could get them more views in turn. Or if anything.
I honestly, this is my personal opinion on the whole bloopers thing. Ever since they started moving like the bloopers and the behind the scenes and all that to the main channel, I really think that's a bad idea for their channel. Like, what they do is for every animation, they have like a behind the scenes or a bloopers or both or something like that.
I thought that was just kind of...
And they used to put it on their second channel, like their community channel, which would make sense because it doesn't clutter up with all the other main animations.
Yeah, that's what I thought they still did.
But now...
There's some stuff with the algorithm, with the way that it thinks about how frequently someone uploads. Like, if you don't upload within... Or if someone doesn't watch your content within 28 days, 4 weeks, of seeing one of your videos, then it stops recommending you to them. So, like, that's probably half the reason they're doing that.
But they're not. But the problem is they're not spacing out the content. They're releasing the bloopers and the stuff directly on the same day the animation comes out. So that doesn't really help much with anything.
How frequently do they upload? Don't they upload like every week or something?
I think that's what they're trying to do.
They were doing it every other week, but now, like, after their break, they're going to be starting it weekly.
For Songs of War, at least. I don't know what the other animators are doing.
Is their break for January?
Yeah, their break's going to be for, like, the rest of January and probably half of February, and then they're going to come back with the Songs of War stuff. I think maybe to give more opportunity for some of the other animators, like, for instance, Sam with his Multipart 3 and stuff like that to start coming out.
And January ad rates absolutely suck, so they're waiting to release the content in February.
That actually is very true.
That's what we're doing with Doki Doki because we can't risk not breaking the budget with it.
Exactly. Which 100% makes sense. So, yeah. Let's see. I kind of mentioned this before, but I think it would be cool if 3D Minecraft animators did storytime videos like 2D storytime animators.
I thought about doing that, but doing them in 3D and like full animations, especially if it's like 7 minutes long, that's still so expensive to make, and you're gonna have a higher percentage or higher chance of making your money back from that investment by actually like making a music video or something like that.
Yeah. Like, the main problem is, like, with storytime stuff, you have to either bump down the quality a ton or take forever on it. Like, that's the thing with a lot of the storytime animations. You can look at a lot of the storytime animations, and even though there's some of the big ones that are really good, because they have people helping them out, like The Odd Ones Out, Jaden, and stuff like that, they have people helping them out with their videos. But the majority of the time, they turn down their quality a lot. Like, they don't have backgrounds, they mostly use poses, and they don't have a lot of in-betweens. So it's mostly just trying to find ways to cut time so that they can actually post their videos.
Yeah.
So So yeah, that's the problem with making it 3D. We would have to cut a lot of corners.
I guess still could be done though. Yes,
Yeah.
you'd have to cut corners, but
Yeah,
definitely
yeah. It can be done, but there's like quite a few of us that just would much rather make music videos or tell stories for stuff like that instead of doing story time. For a variety of
I
reasons.
like making music videos too. Like I really like music just as a like medium.
Yeah.
To tell stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And music videos like makes it really well. I also just like I don't know, this is kind of going off on a tangent, but I just love movies for the fact that they merge so many different forms of art together. Like, literally all forms of art are contained within a movie. There's music, there's drawing because there's always boards, there's acting, there's animation if it's needed.
Yeah.
There's camera work, like just so much stuff. It's really cool. Anyway, that was the
But yeah, that's what makes it fun to even make this stuff in the first place, because it feels like such a big project, and once you get it done, you have a full high quality product that you've made.
Man, I just made that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, you didn't make render with SFM. Oh. Yeah, don't talk about it.
Did you not?
I did not know what to think, and it was like really late. And
wait, were you trying to do all of those renders in just one night?
Yeah, it was on a stream, if you recall. But
I thought you were just doing Minimator or something.
No, it was Minimator, then Blender, then Maya, and then SFM. But the problem was once I got to SFM, I didn't know what to make, and no one was watching the stream, so I thought, don't do it. So yeah, yeah.
Natsuki's hair is actually kind of looking epic now because I finally figured out how to do these things.
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's coming together really well.
So how are all the viewers thinking about the topic?
Like, oh yeah, how are the viewers doing? Do they have anything they'd like to add aside from what they've already said?
How are y'all doing? Uh-oh. You're getting some backlash.
Oh.
Ew. Batteries taste good.
Someone should do the render challenge thing, but instead of making different renders, make the same render just to show how better each program is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we take the same Minecraft world, the same character, and we just that would actually be a good idea. The only software
that's what it was originally, and I was like, oh, that's cool, but then it wasn't, and I was like,
the only problem, the only software we couldn't really do that in is SFM because importing is weird, and also the Minecraft rig in SFM is atrocious. So.
There's a Minecraft rig for SFM.
Yeah, there is, but it's atrocious. Like, hold on, I'm actually gonna find it. Source filmmaker workshop.
I think we should switch to SFM.
We should totally swap to SFM. We could make actual FNAF animations.
I know a little bit of SFM.
I think the rigs just normal would be more terrifying than like if you actually tried.
Like SFM, like after playing around with it a ton, it's really, really weird with a lot of things. Like animation in it is weird. I don't really like it.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. It's different.
It's definitely different. It was definitely not designed for animations. It was designed for what it was designed to be for, like the people who were making the machinima stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the that is what the rig looks like for SFM. So.
Ew.
Like
SFM Minecraft rig.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do Minecraft SFM.
You could, but like I don't want to use the rig because it's not great.
I can see why.
So yeah.
If anybody actually manages to make that look good, then like I will pay them like not $1 million in case this one actually does do that. I will pay them $10.
Is that a challenge?
Wait, you make Mika Part 3 in SFM?
God, no. I wouldn't do that at all.
That'd be just like worse.
Yeah, it would definitely be worse.
Yeah, it'd be just like.
I would have to
it would
figure
be
out
like,
how to. I would
oh
have to
gosh.
figure out how to import all the worlds. I would have to figure out how to do the character models. Then I would have to make my own models for weapons and stuff like that, which would be annoying. So yeah, I don't want to do that at all. So yeah, that's my thing. If I would make something with SFM, I would probably make something video game related, because like there are so many like models for different video games. That would probably be the only reason I swapped to SFM. But
I don't think
yeah.
I ever swapped SFM. So,
yeah, but since I'm mostly in
Animator
Minecraft
era.
right now, yeah. Sweet.
There you go. You need to make Mika Part 3 like this high quality.
Oh yes.
Yes, the best animation.
That's like here's the thing about that. Like, this is where I go off on a tangent myself. But if I was gonna do Mika Part 3, I would want to reanimate the first two parts, because the first two parts were like my first technical animations that I've ever made. So like they're not the best. So if I wanted to do the whole thing, like if I wanted to do Mika Part 3, I would want to do the whole thing all over again and redo the story, like redo the animation, redo all of it so that it would be top quality. So yeah.
Like,
That's just
my
it.
animation series kind of started out pretty bad quality, obviously.
Yeah.
But he still continued it, and he's still doing it. But just you can kind of see the progress per video as he's getting better and better.
Yeah.
So, I guess it could be just one of those things where you just kind of show progress.
Maybe, but like, yeah. Oh, I need to go. I'll be right back.
Okay. Those strands of hair be looking thick.
Yes. Hair is hard to do. Or at least in this style. Which is kind of stinky.
Alright.
It looks good.
Would you rather, I'm talking to the comments, would you rather eat 25 pickles in one sitting, or I don't know, or have to pet an angry cat?
Bro, pet the cat. Pet the cat. Say it, everyone.
Alright, the chat's dead, bye. Oh wait, 25 pickles.
Still A. Yeah. I don't like pickles. So.
Yes, same. I would pet an angry
Depends.
cat.
Like, I don't know. Most of the time I don't, because they're like weird tasting.
Yeah, pickles are like gross. I had like one a long time ago, and I just decided I was never gonna like it again. So.
Yeah, like I don't mind if they're like on like a sandwich or something, but like I don't like that with a lot of different foods. Like if it's mixed with stuff, or if it's like on something, then it's fine. But if it's like by itself, it's like, bro, what is this? That's gross.
I can't eat something that has touched pickles. Everyone laughs at me for it, but I literally can't. It ruins the food. If it's been touched by a pickle, then the acids get all over it and it tastes gross.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Even if I can smell pickle within area that I'm eating food, I can't eat. It's that bad.
Yeah. That's funny. So I just found out that I'm gonna have to stop the podcast because there's stuff going on in the house.
All right.
It sucks, I know.
How about code word is pickles, okay?
Okay, we'll do that.
Code word is pickles.
So, yeah, I'm sorry that it had to be cut short, but like, yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thanks for AndyBTTF for coming. It was great talking to you.
Thank you for letting me.
Thank you for coming.
And
thank you audience for being here too.
Yep.
Bye.
So yeah, bye everyone.
Bye.
We will see you next week.
I'm waving at the
guys,
screen.
I'm gonna stream maybe.
Hey,
so,
go check out AndyBTTF's channel. He'll be on there in a second.
Stream.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Big question mark. I may or may not. That's how I feel in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I was literally just waving at the screen, and I was like, wait a minute.
So yeah, we'll be back next week. Our next guest is going to be QC Animations. So yeah, we will.